Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash Season 3. So this is going to be my trailer breakdown for episode 7 of The Flash Season 3, otherwise entitled Killer Frost. Now just quickly before we watch the trailer, towards the end of the video I'll explain some stuff which confused a lot of people from last episode, so if you are a bit confused, you might want to stick around to the end of the video to find out what it all meant. But yeah, as I said, before we get into anything else, let's actually watch the trailer.
She's inside me, and she's angry.
Your friend, she's a meta, not one of the friendly ones.
She's sick. She's not thinking straight.
She is a bloody menace.
Knock her out! Caitlin, what are you doing? I'm not gonna fight you.
You keep messing with everyone's lives.
Shoot her!
You did this to me! You made me cold-hearted, Mary.
So this is an episode I think a lot of us have been looking forward to, but also thanks to the title of this episode, you really wouldn't have needed to actually watch the trailer to know what was going to go down within this episode. But there is some stuff to go over and delve deeper into within this trailer, so let's break it down. So the first thing we hear Caitlin say is, "She is inside me and she is angry." Which is obviously referring to the ongoing issue that she has faced over the past few episodes, and that is controlling and locking up this other side of hers, and that is the evil side known as Killer Frost. I'm not 100% sure who she is speaking to, it may be an old friend, might be a doctor, who knows, but as I said, I'm not too sure. Now this is cool as we have Caitlin shooting icicles. I'm going to call them icicles, so yeah, if you have a different name for them, cool, that's what you're going to call them. But yeah, she's shooting them at Cisco. Now this isn't the fight that Cisco vibed last episode. In that vibe, both Caitlin and Cisco were in their suits. While as you can see here, Cisco is still in that like cat t-shirt from the end of last episode. One thing to quickly bring up is that this episode continues straight on from what we saw at the end of last episode. So you know when Barry's pinned up against the wall? That's most likely where the episode's going to start, unless it might start from the eyes of another character. So it might be a character in another location, and then they go back to Barry that's pinned up against the wall. Now here we see Caitlin approach Julian Albert with her icy, frosty hands. Now in this episode, Caitlin will essentially just like go on a rampage as Killer Frost in hopes of fixing what is going wrong with her, and Julian will be one stage of that. You would have to think that she has gone after Julian due to his knowledge of metahumans, but you never know, there may be another reason for it. You can see that she does grab Julian's forearm with her frosty hands, which ends up putting him in hospital, but also Barry punching him in the head may have had something to do with that as well, I guess. I don't know, maybe 1 + 1 = 2, so yeah. But really, in this trailer, you really do get a good scope on what some of the main messages will be with these characters. You can see Barry trying to sort Caitlin out by saying, "What are you doing?" As if it is her fault what is happening to her. But in actual fact, as Caitlin does point out, it's Barry's fault really. Obviously we don't know if Caitlin would have had this happen to her in the OG timeline from seasons 1 and 2. Even though they did hint at it following Caitlin's interactions with Earth 2 Killer Frost, like how similar they were just little nods, like no real evidence or proof of it happening. Like we didn't see Caitlin grab a glass and it get a bit frosty on top. None of that. What we have seen happen to a lot of people this season is due to Barry's actions, like going to Flashpoint and stuffing with the timeline. And as Caitlin says, you keep messing with people's lives, shortly followed by, "You did this to me." So this is going to be another thing that Barry is going to have to face up to and resolve, not only in this episode, but for the rest of the season with some other people as well. And that will be made even harder by the fact that he has an icicle through his calf, thanks to good old Killer Frost. One quick thing you may have missed in the trailer, like it's only on screen for like half a second, the lead cop, or like the head cop, whatever you want to call him, that says "shoot her," is actually Greg Grunberg, who is the co-host of Geeking Out, which is a TV show that is also hosted by none other than Kevin Smith, who is the director for this episode. So it's a nice little cameo. When Kevin Smith directed last season, he put Jason Mewes, who you might know as Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, and he was in that episode. I think he came out of a big belly burger and then he had his car destroyed by Gerda. I think that's what it was. So Greg Grunberg might be in the episode more, but I think this might just be his little cameo. Because I think they were actually up there filming an episode of Geeking Out, or at least like a portion of the episode. So you may as well chuck him in, especially if Kevin Smith's directing, like why not? Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'll quickly go over some stuff at the end of last episode that had some people confused. I just want to tell you, what we saw at the end of last episode was Savitar, not Godspeed. I've never seen more comments saying, oh my god, Godspeed's on the Flash now, than I did yesterday, after I uploaded my video, sorry. Okay, so Savitar says he's the god of speed, not Godspeed, god of speed. Now, I don't know why they called him God of Speed, because Savitar is named after the Hindu god of motion called Savitar. So I can understand why they didn't call him God of Motion though, because, oh, what the hell, just call him God of Speed, it's the same thing. But then, because of doing that, they confused people because, you know, Godspeed was just the villain in the comics, and he was pretty successful there, a lot of people liked him, so a lot of people might think, okay, well, they're going to put him in the TV show. But they have confirmed, like, they confirmed it ages ago, that this is Savitar. Like, Savitar is the big villain for this season, and that he's going to be working alongside Dr. Alchemy, which we saw at the end of last episode. And he will be at the beginning of this episode, episode 7. I don't know for how long, I think maybe only for a couple of minutes. But we will get to see more Savitar in this episode. And I think the mid-season finale as well. I think Savitar is in that, and obviously episode 8 is the crossover episode. But thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments section below what you're looking forward to most in this episode. I think the big answer is going to be Killer Frost, obviously. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe. If you are new, I'll catch you later, guys, and goodbye.